Hello there. Once again, this is Anton from Anton Will Bay. And man, lately I have not been doing much comic shopping, but I have been doing a lot of comic selling. I have reached critical mass in my collection, and I am working to thin out as many books as possible. I've got something like 50 or 60 freaking long boxes. I just don't have room for it anymore. I got to cut down some long boxes. Anyway, so one of the books that I've been selling quite a bit of has been Spider-Man's. However, while going through them, I've gotten rid of a lot of newer Spider-Man stuff, but I wanted to take a look at some of the Spider-Man that I'm just not parting with. It's just too cool. I got a ton of Web of Spider-Man, and this issue number 61 with Dragon Man on the cover is just freaking awesome. I absolutely love this issue. I love this cover. This creepy I killed your brother, then your husband. Now it's your turn to die. I mean, this is a creepy, great cover. I mean, let's get it up close here. This is this is pre-doppelganger, but man, he looks great, all like messed up. So, anyway, definitely want to hold on to those. The Web of Spider-Man stuff, especially this era, I just love the art on. I just love the feel to it. I love all of it. This one features Goliath on the cover, and a thing that Spider-Man frequently did on his covers was it featured floating heads all around. It was a very popular Marvel idea. It seems like Spider-Man used it the most often, and so I just think it's cool. You got one with Puma on the cover, and I got the Marvel Legend. I didn't know the Marvel Legend until I found these books, and I think I came across this a while back. I just wanted to throw it out because, man, you don't see a lot of Puma in comics anymore. And he was on that one, and I just thought that was cool. Some of these old Spider-Man of this era really remind me of horror comics from back in the day. I mean, look at that. These could be horror comics from back in the day. You got some pretty ghastly stuff. You got this crazy vampire chick on here. This looks like old school horror. And the fact that it's on a Marvel comic, I just think that's great, especially for this era. This, I believe, is an issue where Mary Jane poses as some centerfold or something like that. I can't remember. I haven't read this in a long time, but yeah, it was definitely one of the cooler issues and something that I was not going to. These are surviving the sales and the purges and the thinning stuff out. All the old Web of Spider-Man black suit covers, I'm keeping all of those because some of them are just so fantastic. And I know that some of these really need new bags because that one's even starting to yellow. But Web of Spider-Man, I personally love so much just because of the way that they put Web of in there. And they always stitch it in across the top. And I just think that looks really great. And it always adds something to the cover of every issue. Just the way they put that in there. It's not just a big bold font like so many of them are, And yeah, you can see later they did that, but I still loved that Web of and the way they did that. Peter Parker is another book that I'm gonna pretty much hold on to most of them, or probably all of them. I believe this is the first appearance of the Sin Eater. I can't remember. If not, it's an early issue of the Sin Eater, which is kind of a lame villain as far as Spider-Man goes. He just carries a double-barrel shotgun and wears a ski mask and all that stuff. But he was part of one of the first Spider-Verse type comics I ever read. I read Venom, Sinner Takes All. And I thought he was terribly creepy and terribly great. And, just a really fun villain. Because he's, not very fun. He was just really, gritty and down to earth. He just blows people away with a shotgun. And, throwing such a down to earth character into such a wild, crazy universe, I thought was always creative and fun. Always really enjoyed that character for some reason. Spider-Man 107. Once again, this is just another black Spidey cover or Black Suit Spidey cover that's just not going anywhere. This is definitely stuff that's going to stay in the collection. This issue I came across and found out it's actually kind of crinkled up and damaged, but it is another, it's a follow-up to the Sin Eater storyline in the previous issue. But I never noticed that issue is really kind of crinkled up. I really need to get that bagged and boarded, maybe flatten it out a little bit, because it's not like water damage, it's like it's been stepped on. Another issue that really jumped out at me was this crossover with Spider-Woman, because I love Spider-Woman, even though this is the second Spider-Woman. I like Jessica Drew Spider-Woman. The red and yellow suit was my favorite by far. I can't remember. Oh, I'm drawing a total blank on this Spider-Woman's name. Anyway, I still love the costume, still love the character design and everything like that. So any of those, especially at this period where they were matching each other's suits so well, these are just books that, I'm going to thin out my collection a lot, by hundreds of books, possibly, several long boxes, but these aren't going anywhere. These are definitely stuff that I got to hold on to. I just love them too much. They're just too cool. They're too much of an era that was just, I don't know, this to me was like my favorite era of comic books. Anything in that 60 to a dollar, 60 cents to a dollar cover price was the best of Marvel in my opinion, and DC. I've been exploring a lot in DC in this aspect, in this era too, and I've been really enjoying it. 75-cent covers, stuff like that. Very good stuff. Anyway, enjoying it very much. That's my story. If you guys are interested in checking out any of my auctions, I'm on Antonimo Bay on eBay as well. Check me out there. Maybe I'll have some stuff you're interested in, maybe not, doesn't matter. But these won't be there because I'm holding on to these. Unless I have doubles of them, which I've got so many boxes of Spider-Man, I maybe do. So, anyway, that's my story. I'm going to stop rambling. I'll catch you guys later. Thank you so much. I know it's been a while. Bye.